Yeah, don't you want to be on video? So my buddy Shane I didn't reach out to me. He posted on Facebook looking for stocks for his truck. He's about to put this thing through some serious work and wanted to get rid of his nice fuel wheels. These are 22s. Yeah, I guess. I just thought they looked good. So we're gonna be putting these on the new FlatNasty two-wheel drive for shows and stuff like that. We're gonna stand around, look out, I'm gonna unload them there, pal. Shit, this is the start of Ray's used cars.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get these things unloaded and get them bolted up on the little flatbed out there, and start getting this thing built for the CLEETUS Cars Burnout contest this weekend. Super pumped. You can just lean them up against the thing there, it's fine. Shane went over to the Jim's Cars and had these put on because we didn't have time to swap them around for him, and we're gonna he picked us up some lug nuts for these things too. Nice. So last time I had the little FlatNasty in video, it wasn't like the pinpoint of the video, I just kind of mentioned it, but here she is. We're gonna do a little run over on it. About 8 months ago, it was an ugly little truck. The paint was absolute trash on it. Had 400,000, I'll tell you all about it in a second. Has 450,000 miles on it. This is the first truck I've ever painted myself with like clear coat and base coat and all that good stuff, and primer. Interior's not bad. We redone the dash in it, fixed everything, AC, put speakers in it, and now we're about to turn into a burnout truck. But yes, it is a 94 with 464,000 miles on it. I paid 2,500 bucks for it. I paid right around 3,000 for the flatbed. I've got, probably like 6,500, 7,500 bucks in it. Tires and wheels I picked up at auction, and I'll get to the blown tires. So Austin has been driving this thing back and forth to work for a while, and he pulled out with the trailer behind it, our little bumper pull, wherever it's at, and blew a tire. And the reason he blew a tire is because these tires are like from 2012, and we run that up like 80 pounds of air, so they just didn't like that. So what we're gonna end up doing is swapping the good front ones to the back, and we're gonna be using those for burnout tires. So first things first, I think it was broke down is why we kind of parked it, because I had an issue with lights on the dash not working, but we're not really too concerned about that because this is gonna be a burnout truck. So I'm gonna get this thing, try to get it pulled in the shop and get these new show tires I put on it. They're just gonna sit in the parking lot and just look good with those on it. And then I don't even know if they're gonna clear because the truck sits so low on the front and on the back. So let's see if this baby will even start. I don't know if the keys are even in it. Oh, no key. I don't find no keys. We're gonna go find Mr. Austin Smith and find a freaking key for this thing. All his junk. That old dip spitter in here. Y'all want some Stokers? Yum. Well, from halfway performance, like I said, he was the one who usually drove this truck, is not here, and he doesn't know where the keys are. No one else knows where the keys are. So I'm gonna show you guys how to start a 12 valve that doesn't have steering wheel lock, and if the hood's open and truck's unlocked. So here you go. First things first, need a big old zip tie like this. And we're going to take the little arm down there, shut off. I'm trying to show you guys without making you dizzy. Right here on the injection pump, and you're going to zip tie it into the up position. Since we don't have power going to that solenoid. And then we are going to take your fuse box relay, just find the starter relay, and see how we did that? Make it start. So we're gonna zip tie that up, make it run. Just keep in mind, this is only temporary. You can see our zip tie right there holding our shut-off thing up. And it's in neutral. We have no key. We're not talking to you. Picking your crack? Yeah?
Yep.
It should start. Just like that. It's alive. But keep in mind, nothing on the dash gonna work, no power, but it's good enough to go do something crazy or fun or stupid. Or even a test burnout. So Austin, you can see him, a little blurry, lost the key. So he went to go get the key out of his truck, because he said it wasn't there, and guess what, it's there. But he's on the phone, like always. Got a customer over here checking out a tractor. He might be lying. So where'd you find the keys to the Flatty at?
Believe it or not.
That Christian didn't leave them in the ignition. What happened? Austin
Put them on my key ring.
Austin's famous about putting keys places and forgetting he put them there. You like these twos I got over here? That thing will turn on a dime with these things on it.
Boy, them twos?
Them twos.
Man, I ain't never seen wheels that big. I thought they were like 30s or something. I ain't never seen no twos.
We got our #1 mechanic here, Justin. He's gonna help me do a lot on getting this engine done. We've got some sweet parts from Diesel Auto Power going on it. Did it start up with the key, no problem? Dash working yet or no?
Dash still not working. I started with the key, but you got a zip tie.
I got a zip tie on. Did you cut it or stall it out?
Yeah, I cut it off because I didn't want to get hot.
Out.
No.
Oh, well, crap. Let's go check out these parts we got from Diesel Auto Power.
Oh, that's the deal,
Got you a hat.
Oh, yeah, sweet. Hey.
I even thought about you, and I got you a large t-shirt.
That's what I'm talking about.
Here, you wear a large, right? Oh, there's 2 hats? And so here we got some, air fresheners. Some 5 GSK valve springs in here. We got let's open this package up. So from the old AHD days, we wore out my old 12 valve spring compressor tool. The threads just got worn out from us using it on hundreds of trucks. So we got a new one here. We got some turbo. What are you doing? You can't leave nothing alone.
Boy, these some flowy boys. You know what I'm talking about? You see the holes through the plastic. This motor's gonna melt.
So we got some 5x16 are the VCO injectors, so they're gonna flow a little more. You just can't leave nothing alone. You're gonna go ahead and bite out your teeth and get it off. Jeez. So we got some 5K governor springs we're gonna put in there. And then I ordered some intercooler boots because we've already got some delivery valves. Where is a box of performance parts from Jared? So, all right, enough talking. You guys see what we've got. We're gonna, I guess, roll a little time lapse and start tearing this baby down. Let's freaking go. So sorry guys, I didn't get set up time lapse, but Justin, many of you don't know, we worked a little bit together a few years ago. He works at the Dodge dealership and he's a great dude. And he's getting a head start on this. I love these old trucks, but I hate working on them. It's just, you do it every day, you're probably tired of it, aren't you?
You hate working on anything.
I hate working on anything because I've done it so much, it's just annoying. So what we've done now is we got the injection lines removed off the injection pump and the injectors, got the intake moved. Obviously all the valve covers are off. Are the valve cover gaskets still good?
Yeah,
so we're not replacing no gaskets on this thing. We're just silicone and go.
That's why I saved them.
And next we were pulling off the little banjo bolts here to get the return lines off. Oh yeah, don't lose those.
Yeah, I'm trying to save these too.
No, we got new ones.
Oh, with the injectors? Well, either way. We're gonna get those off. Then I do have my tool to pull the injectors out. So we're gonna get the injectors out. And heck, we're a 16th of the way there. And halfway is back here, got the tires off of it. We gotta get rid of the brakes.
You want to debrake it?
What are you talking about? Of course we're gonna debrake it. Shoot.
Well, if you want to put a handbrake in it, then how are you gonna slide the back?
We don't need to slide the back. It's just a burnout truck. But just clutch kick it. Ain't no brakes, we just kick that tire. Hey, you're gonna crack them. Careful.
Oh no, don't let me
save
crack
them. We'll put them on one of your trucks.
Dana 80.
I think I just did the parking brake. You probably set the parking brake, didn't you?
Possibly.
You ling long. Oh, halfway is getting it done. He's already got the rear diff cover. Jeez, you're gonna catch a finger. Got the rear diff cover off already. We're gonna be welding her up with old Miller locker. It ain't a Lincoln locker. It's a Miller-Matic 212 auto set locker. I guess I need to go up to O'Reilly or Napa and grab some brass fittings to plug off the rear brakes. I'll figure it out.
Just cranking pinch, boy. I'm working with what I got.
Breaking all my tools. So I think I've got my timing tool's about shot. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that work. I don't have a delivery valve tool, but I do have there's part of it, injector puller right here. I don't think those injectors yeah, everybody's got a junk drawer in their toolbox. You don't, you ain't a real mechanic. Oh, there's another part of an injector puller. Somewhere in this drawer is an injector puller. That part. Try to find it. If not, we're gonna revert to putting an old, what you do, you put a freaking lug nut on the injector and you pry it up. Probably gonna have to. Now do it too? We're not gonna get that lucky.
Well, that first one did though.
Right here, the injector pulled itself out. Wow. Poor truck. This thing is an absolute virgin. It's about to get bent over. Dang, those are, I've never seen any that clean. That's what happens when you have a Cummins that's stock for its entire life and and it gets taken care of.
Didn't get a yeehaw like yourself. They got a hold of it. Like, bow, bow, bow. This thing only got 10 miles on. What we gonna do it?
All right, get a pry bar, a big one. We're gonna put this thing on the end of the injector. Or,
Actual injector puller?
no, where's the lug nuts you were using?
You're on the flatbed.
We're gonna take one of these here lug nuts, screw it on the end of the injector. Most people don't know this, but you can do this. You know that? Screw a lug nut right there. And grab a pry bar, grab your prying apparatus. It's gonna be a long video.
The crowbar.
Yeah, why didn't you grab a good pry bar?
Because where is it at?
It's right there in front of you. Jesus. Not trying to break into places.
We trying to do, baby. I gotta get my money back after the
Here.
Ford dealership got
Oh,
hold
there
of
you
it.
go. She broke loose.
I like that trick. I ain't seen that before.
Oh, dang. Oh, there she comes. Look at that. Now, that one, now we're getting to the nasty ones. I gotta keep... All right, hold it. All right. 4 more to goat.
Boy, we could sell this as the kids as the Puff Daddies thing.
So, Austin, were you just saying we needed an air filter replaced?
Looks good.
That works too. This turbo. This is the last of its days right here. Even that thing's nice and tight. No in and out play, no side to side.
This is an HX on this truck because it's originally a manual, right?
Poor thing. Yike. Get all the way up.
Oh,
Get that elbow.
money shot.
Ouch. All right, enough of pulling injectors. We'll move on to something cool. Next, we're pulling the rockers off. Oh, dang, you are ahead of the schedule. Putting them right down there in the valve cover thing, so they're not sitting in the dirt. And next, we're gonna get the push rods all out. You're getting that done. Then we're gonna pull these valve springs out. People are gonna be commenting, why are you working on it, Bruce?
Because Dede don't want to no more. When you're home.
Sometimes the windshield wiper rod up there gets in the way.
Yeah, I know. I did Cannon's truck.
See, I think I'm gonna probably block off the heater core because I don't want it to get so hot it might blow hose and just scatter heat all inside of me. That wouldn't be good. We'll just loop the lines around. And then tomorrow morning, I've got a 55-gallon barrel. I'm gonna get back here and mount it back here on the back. And my father-in-law, Chris, brought me a submergible water pump. Right here, we're going to mount inside the water tank. We're gonna run coolant hoses to the front to get some more coolant flowing through it. I don't know if I want to go through all that trouble or not. I might just say screw it. Trying to run like a 55-gallon drum in the back for like extra water for the radiator. I mean, the radiator's gonna get hot. And if we keep the engine coolant temp down, it might help with the EGTs a little bit. At least the cylinders.
Yeah, not really.
Well, it'll help with the cylinder temp.
If you you don't have your old radiator, do you? With the dual E fans and stuff.
No, this fan's gonna be spinning his life off.
We might as well weld it. Weld
That's
the
how you
clutch frame
freaking
straight.
die. Are you kidding me?
How?
Those fans will only spin to a certain RPM, and that is it. It ain't like a small block.
Put one tack on it, baby. This
No.
thing will pull some wind.
It'll-
You know what I'm talking about?
That fan will
It'll
go
be like,
through the. That fan will go through the.
take the hood off. Send it out into the crowd. Just sign each
Just-
individual
no.
thing of it, so when it goes out in the crowd, they have a souvenir that's already signed.
Good Lord, no. We're gonna leave it just how it is. And all right,
You got valve spring tool?
I do. I got a brand new one back here. Start replacing some valve springs. Shout out to DAP for all the stuff. What now?
Are we pressurizing the cylinder, or how are we holding it up or rolling it over?
We're just gonna roll it over till the valves are. So compress them down a little bit, and then we will. Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, so we've got some Rebel products. We're gonna put on here some waterless wax. I've got some DAP stickers we're gonna put on the doors. These guys are helping us out big time on these parts. And once this motor blows, we're putting the common rail out of the original FlatNasty in this baby. So wipe.
You on TikTok go
Wipe
like
her
that?
down. Wipe. It's not gonna end well for you, pal. Cut it. So instead of like to block the brakes off, we're gonna go get a brake line plug from O'Reilly and just plug off the valve that's on top of the rear end. And yeah.
This is an extended brake line, boy.
Yep, it's got the Bluetooth.
Woo, that's what we like Dodge right there, boy.
There you go.
You lift it.
Cole came from oral support.
Yeah, supervised.
So we're gonna take old Snowman. I gotta get a will it start video going for you guys. It's been a while. And get this box out of the way. Cole's about to ride with me. I just got back from O'Reilly and I got these brake line plugs. For all of you who want to do burnouts without destroying your brake lines like we just did, you can get these and screw them right into their home there and tighten them on down, and that should seal her off. Boom. I'm gonna do this to both sides of the brake line over on the other side. That should take care of our rear brakes, so we're not destroying the truck completely. It's probably gonna end up destroyed. We're definitely gonna have to do a wall tap, faux show. But there's that. And next we've got the rear diff cover off. Austin got it took off, so we're gonna brake clean some good old Mopar brake cleaner. Our spider gears, and we're gonna weld them up. But we don't wanna, I'm not gonna weld them up to where we're gonna get close to these axle shafts because we're probably gonna break them eventually, but I'm gonna make sure they can still slide out. So we're gonna weld these gears in here, and just turn it into a big old snot booger. All the brake clean. Get it nice and clean. All right, so what we've done, we've put the pistons at the very top of the cylinder, and the way we do that is we compress the valve springs down, and then
Is on top dead cylinder on cylinder number
top
2.
dead cylinder. What are you talking
Top
about?
dead center, whatever you call it.
Anyways, we're putting the
TDC.
new valve springs in here with this tool. DAP sells all these great stuff. And you want to move your hand so I can show the folks what you're
What,
doing?
you want it done? You want me
And
to do
we're
it the
gonna
hard way?
we're gonna compress these valve springs down and put the keepers in there. And the reason we're putting valve springs in here because we're spinning a lot more RPMs than factory. We want to keep those valves shut. And these are only a 60-pound valve spring, so nothing really extravagant, but they'll float a little bit. All right, so we're gonna get in here and weld her up. We're gonna turn the voltage all the way up. Yeah. And we got 30 thousandths wire, so we'll preset it and see what it does. So basically the whole point of us welding all this up is to keep these spider gears from turning, because this is what makes our tires spin individually on each side. And we don't want that to happen. We want 2 tire fire, not 1 tire fire. So we're gonna take this welding gun here and fill all that up with weld, but at the same time not hitting that axle shaft right there. There we go.
Oh, yep, it's already burning me.
Filling her up. And there you have it. We have one side welded. It doesn't have to look pretty as long as that stuff don't look like it's gonna move. I'm gonna, she's a little warm now. I'm gonna roll her to the other side and do the other side now. All right, so we don't have a delivery valve socket, so I put a pipe wrench on it. People are gonna cuss me for this. And got her broke loose. I just need to focus on what I'm doing.
But that doesn't
So.
mean you should. Why?
I can't get it loose. All right, let's get these things screwed loose. We got Big Cole here. We're gonna take her loose. Pull on it. Oh, got that knuckle. Now I gotta get the pliers. We got one out. Oh, it's dead. We're moving this bucket of death for one of us knocks our dome out. Grab your pliers there. Oh, she might. Yeah, grab the pliers. I do not recommend this. This is not how you pull delivery valves out. But this is how we're doing it. This is how you build a burnout truck for CLEETUS and cars in one day in 24 hours. Halfway is about to put our bucket up. We got the rear diff welded. Hey, easy on the grill.
Firetrack.com.
Stop it.
Watch the candy.
She's tight. There we go. Now she's loose, maybe. It's that O-ring that's holding it down in there. The other thing we're gonna do, and don't do this at home, folks. I do not recommend this. This is strictly for off-road performance purposes only. We're gonna take these barrels loose, just like that, and just just like that. So we're gonna take it, we're gonna twist this barrel clockwise without getting too much dirt down in the injection pump. Just like that. And that gives us the most fuel. At the injection pump shop, they'll adjust these all to make them even flow. But we want the most possible, so we're just gonna turn them all. And it's gonna run like dump. There's one thing we gotta do, and you guys know the deal. Old silencer range. Oops, just going to oblivion. Gotta pick it up and pull it out.
Ooh, made that bit well, boy.
Whistle. Gonna whistle wheel now. Whistle, whistle. So, as I was telling you guys, this truck is a virgin. This is the P-Pump warranty tamper-proof screw. See that coal, how it ain't, we made a flathead on it before, it was just rounded. And we took a hammer and knocked the flathead spot onto it. We're gonna twist that baby out and get in here to the AFC, which is the air fuel control, and take the fuel plate and throw it away.
I'll be a cameraman.
So I don't recommend anyone doing anything we're doing in this video at all, ever. But what we're doing now, we're taking this fuel plate out, and this allows all the fuel to go through the injection pump, but also runs the risk of it running away. So we're just gonna take her out and do that. None of the tractors in here are customers. They belong by, well, they're all owned by us. So anyhow, there she is, she's all out. And now that rack, you guys can't really see it down in there, can travel. There you go, now you can see it. This little rack right here, wherever she's at. Where are you? Trying to, well, there it is, oop, right there. You can see it pop out a little bit. See it moving a little bit in there? Right. Come on, camera, focus, Jeebus. Anyways, you kind of see it poke out. That's the rack arm in there that we want to get all the travel. So, all right, so that's out of the way. Now what we're gonna do next is pull this fuel solenoid out of the way, and we're gonna get down there to the governor spring housing. You can't really see it. There's some big old governor springs in her. Whoa, 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 what are we doing? We've gotta, those are way too dirty to be put back in this engine. You gotta clean these things. Hey, that's nasty. That's just nasty.
Clean now.
Here, let me help you find the hole, pal.
Yeah, you get a feel for it, grabs
down
it.
in there, and then
Look
you
at
feel
that
it.
money shot.
You feel it sitting in the oil down there. Last thing we need is a bin of bush rock. I don't got them laying around everywhere like we used to. Just have these things laying around like Chinese chopsticks after
Yeah, I know.
going out to dinner.
We used to sell nice ladies as straws for their Yeti cups back in the day, boy. $5 a piece.
Drill them out. Well, we should have done that.
I know.
All right, so I've got a bunch of stuff out of the way, and this thing, oh, it's just so hard to film. Right there, my finger's pointing at. Can't see junk. Where that tamper-proof wire is where our governor springs are. So I'm gonna cut that wire and get in there to them. So I got the governor springs, one of the 5 DSK governor springs stuffed down there in her hole. This is what the old ones look like. They're kind of squishy. So they turn the fuel down quick, and this is the new ones are really stiff. So anyways, we're about to rotate it, and who said this? You? Who noticed it? Cole.
I think Cole did.
And halfway, got half the keeper put down in the hole here. So before we get too far and turn the engine, we're gonna fix that before we drop a valve. So I was over here gutting the AFC and grinding it and doing all kinds of crazy wizardly stuff. As you can see, I kind of ground it down and messed with the thing on the back there, but I forgot I had an AFC block-off plate in my toolbox back from the good old days, so kind of slap her on here. No fuel plate, no AFC. I hope she don't run away. And then halfway is gonna, we fix the valve keeper deals. We're gonna get all the rockers put back on there and adjust the valves, right?
He ain't adjusting nothing.
We're
gonna be lucky if we put them back in the same order.
Probably, yeah, I guess we'll put the fuel shut off valve back on it. I don't know. I'm thinking about not putting it on.
If it runs away, you're gonna want it there.
I want it to run away. What are you talking about? It's gonna be cool.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it off. Just let her sing to the freaking moon. All right. Yep. One governor spring. I'll finish the other
Now
side.
you're gonna tighten them down because we're still gonna have to bleed everything.
Well, yeah, you get the back one tightened. So we got the injection pump pretty much back together. Our AFC deleted. I plugged off the air line that came out of the side of the head. We got our injection lines on there. We're gonna have to adjust the idle on it, a few other things, and I need to bump the timing up, but I don't have a, I do have my timing tools, I guess. I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning. Don't want to wear ourselves out tonight because it's like 10:30. We didn't adjust the valves because we don't really care. But yeah, let's get number 6.
6 and 4.
Let's get like the back ones tightened down, and we'll spin it over, and then we'll either gonna have to idle it down or idle it up because I've never installed these DAP 5K springs before. These are some new springs Jacob offers now, and I'll be 100% honest, we didn't install them to spec. We kind of got them close. As you know, this whole little build isn't to spec. We're just in a rush. Poor little FlatNasty 2.0. Tomorrow morning, I am going to try to go and get a tire that's as close to this size as possible instead of ruining the new 35s we got back there for it. And to be honest, if we put them on the front, just for the front, it's not going to steer because they're so big. But we are going to put those on there for something. I don't know what yet, but we are going to put them on there. So hold tight. We're about to fire this bird up. See if she runs. You already got them tight?
I'll go back to you.
All right. Shoot.
Open.
Get something. Put your hand over that thing in case it decides to sing to the moon. All right. Test fire 1. We're gonna bleed injectors out. Get ready to shove something over that intake in case it does decide to go where Willy Wonka or something. Oh, you may have to give it some throttle actually now because that's not the throttle. That's the dipstick. A little bit further down. Coming out yet? Nothing?
Yeah, as you see, I just got sprayed.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I smell it. I smell the raw fuel. So we put, well, you guys know already, 5x16 injectors, 60-pound valve springs, nothing fancy. This thing is either, these things are gonna sing to the moon a few times and hell, it probably won't blow up. It's a 12 valve. All right, do your thing, chicken wing. Inject lines are tight. Just control that throttle and have that rag ready. It's just idled up too much. She's angry. Let it off. I just need to idle it down.
Idling at 3,000 is probably not what you want.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna idle her down.
Rag doesn't really show.
All right,
off,
so
it slows it down.
Yeah, well, I've adjusted. It shuts down on the pump, so I adjusted the idle. It's way back in the back of the pump. You can't really see it, so see what she does. Give her some gas. Oh. Three, two, one, lift off. Woo! Wee! She has definitely got the beams turned to her. Well, I just stuck it on there. I didn't bolt it down. Guys, that is a wrap. The next video we're gonna be uploading will be the truck coming off the jack stands, putting some grease in the rear end, putting some of the intercooler boots on it. We are gonna have to upgrade these obviously because the factory ones are trash. So we're gonna be putting these in it, setting the timing, and headed to freaking Cleetus and Clark's. Hope you guys enjoyed us throwing it back to the good old AHD. Cleetus and Clark's are tired. Throwing it back to the good old AHD days. A lot of you guys in my original viewers missed a lot of this content, so we're gonna bring it back. And you know, we're gonna wall tap this brand new flatbed for sure. Make sure you smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. We'll see you later.